Hello again, everyone. Well, I'm still making flower cards. This is another Simon Says stamp die cut of an Astromeria. Had to look that up. Didn't know what it was. One of the first things I do when I'm, going about colouring something like this is take a quick look on the internet to see what the colouring is, what they look like. And one of the distinctive things of this flower, to me, are these little kind of marks in the middle of the petals. So I thought I would add some of those with a pen, a fine liner or something as well. So the colours I got are the reddy oranges. Again, I seem to be on a bit of a reddy orange trip at the moment, but you see lots of them are those sorts of colours. So that's what I'm doing. I've put this one together because it comes in kind of layers. There seems to be a trend for layered flowers these days. Alexandra Renke has various in her arsenal of dyes, and as is this one. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut. I've cut, I'm going to colour. I've got a 5x7 card base, and this is part of an offcut that I get when I make a square card from British A4 sheets. I've got this, it's a background die. It's obviously American because it's not British proportions, and it's just for a panel that's got kind of dotted lines going across. But what I thought I would do is just cut as much as I could from this, and then cut down this side and emboss the edge to make it look like a die cut. So I'll do that first. This is just going to be sort of something for the background to go on to. I don't know which way is the best way to do this. Maybe this, I don't know. We'll just go through. I did wonder about cutting from both sides with this, but in the end I just thought I'll just go as is. It almost looks all right now, doesn't it, like that? I don't even need to cut anymore. I'll just... Is that parallel though? Let me just check that it's parallel, because I don't know if I got it absolutely parallel with the piece of card that it was cutting. So let's just see. No, not quite. It's not quite, so I will cut it. And I tend to... Can you see the piece that's cut off? It's wider at the bottom than it is at the top, so it was as well to cut. So now I've got my panel, I'm just going to emboss that side to make it a little more rounded like this one. Just with an embossing tool, go down the edge. I don't know which is the best one to use really. The larger one would squish over more, wouldn't it? But that now is quite a nice little panel for my card front. So let's just see. This is the one I was playing about with. So maybe some other something or others, I'm not sure yet, but I'll leave that for the moment because what I want to do is to colour this, show you my musings and my messing abouts. So I'm going to start with the stem, keep my little pieces safe. So a little bit of the stem's going to go up into the... You won't see that bit because it's going to be coloured with that, but just do it anyway, just in case a little bit of it shows. Now this is the darker of my two greens, and I'm just going up the left-hand side. This is the other one. That one is G240, and this is G220 of my Ohuhu. It's hard to say, isn't it? Ohuhu Markers. And several people ask me about what tips I have, and mine are brush and chisel. There's an option of a bullet, kind of a bullet tip as well. I'm going to put a tiny bit of green just on the bottom of here to fade that into the colour that I put on. Now, this is where I keep looking at my... That's Antigua. Oh, it was nice. which one was, this is the one I was kind of thinking about. So if we have a bit of yellow in the middle and then deeper red and paler red on the outside. Okay, let's have a go. So a bit of yellow in the middle, yellowish anyway. So let's do a bit of this, just in the middle. Okay. I'm going to do a bit of that business. It's all a question of playing, I think, really. What colour is this one? Oh, 07. This is quite an orangey one. Not sure. Let's do some of the red. What's this one? R2. That's a very red one. Let's try R3. It's more of a coral colour than red. Oh, I need some of these over here as well, don't I? Let's put them on my little mat. I'll just do some of the lighter one on the outside of that. That's the underneath side. I'll just show how it fits. That one fits kind of over this bit. That one goes over that one goes over that one, and this one goes on the top. Kind of like that, okay? So you kind of need to bear in mind where the bits are going to go. Looks a bit of a mess at the moment, but we'll play with it. Let's have a little bit of this in here as well. Right, now I was getting R3, yep. Let's do the fat end. Have it on a bit of this here. Didn't mean to do that. I meant to let that bit stay a bit green. Never mind, never mind. Let's just go over this. Colours are just merging into each other. The lighter colours bleach out some of the deeper ones, softening them ever so slightly. That's the one I made a mistake with. Oh dear, I did mean to leave that. Let's go over that with this one, because that'll lighten it up now. I may be able to get the green onto it a little bit more easily. We'll have a little bit of the R3. Where's that? R3, here it is. Just on this one. Just on the edge of it. I don't think you can see much, but it will show up. Now this one is an orangey one too. There we go. Drop a little bit of this one on it. Okay. I will try some of the green, but I think I've messed this bit up. I really wanted it to look like that. Could cut another one, but I don't. I think we'll see how we go. Let's just take a look and see how things are looking. Right, I want smoothing out here, a bit more red coming down there, and I'll have a bit of red on that side there. Okay. R3 I'm after. This is the one. Okay. Just smooth some of those colours. Okay. Now, I've got fine liner here, and these little lines seem to go in a spray going outwards like this. Don't know how effective that'll be. Let's just see. Just want to smooth that bit out. It's going to be covered with that bit, but nevertheless. That goes there. This one goes there. And that one goes onto there. I think I'll need a bit of deeper colour around the top of this one. I want to put them where I can see what they are. I have got a deeper red. I've got R2 somewhere. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, now to get the dimension within it, I need to, let's just move this out of the way from me because it's a bit messy. I want to put some little foam strips between the layers. So let's turn these over to the back, and I'm just going to cut some tiny pieces. This is sticks to anything foam strips. So we'll put a little bit there. One on this one. Some on this one as well. On the top edge, the bottom edge will be stuck. Okay, let's get some glue and we'll start putting this together around this bottom edge here. I'll probably do a little bit of shaping with my fingers this time. Now this one, this is the bottom edge, the curly bit. Need a bit round there too. Red's coming off. Used rather a lot. I would just like to do a little bit of something to the... Oh, I was going to say I'd like to do something to the edge of that, but it's this. That's the one that needs to go. I thought it didn't look finished. Goodness me, I was about to put some more marker on this, and this is the piece that goes there. Okay. So there we go. Right, I think I'm going to put a bit of shimmer on, and shimmer is fine onto markers. It doesn't smudge it as it would if you were doing it over distress inks. This just gives a bit of shine and just a little bit of twinkle, as you know. Let's just push that down. Stem as well. I would like to have a sentiment with this as well. So let me get the card. Now I've got to be careful popping that on here because, as you saw, I've got red on my fingers from it, so I don't want to drop any onto the panel. Just wipe this mat here. Okay. Just wondering what else I need on this. That's good. I'll just hold this one for the minute. This is absolutely dry. That's the one I'm going to be sticking on. So there's that. Kind of plain. I would like some other form of something. Maybe something else with the dots. I will have a look through my dies and see what I can find. Well, I just found 3 nesting dies. These are little pierced ones from My Favourite Things. They're very, very old. And I just cut one of each. There's more than that in the set. One of each, and just put them over part way like that. And I thought we'd have a sentiment. I did get out this thinking I would cut the sentiment out with this. It's the same make, My Favourite Things, sets of little pennants, and I sometimes use this as the die for a sentiment. But the sentiments I've picked again are these negative ones, and I can just cut straight lines out of those. So, or I may just do this with it, actually. Let's just see. I'll stamp it first. I've put it into my platform. I've got Have a Wonderful Day. So it's in there already, and I'm going to stamp it with Bundled Sage. Let's just see how we go with this one. Do that again. Just a bit more near the end of day at the top. Okay. Whoever invented stamping platforms deserve a medal, don't they? I think they're brilliant. The fact you can stamp exactly the same place over the top is wonderful. Okay, let's just see what that looks like cut out with this die. If I don't like it, I can trim it even further. So let's just see. So what I'm going to do is to put this over one end with the same gap around, and with a bit of tape, just hold that down. Okay. That looks okay to me. Tape that down. I'm going to go part way. In a way, dies that are pierced or stitched in this way are easier to use for this technique, because you can just make sure that the little teeth are in some of the previous holes, and it'll be absolutely straight. So I've got that end cut out. So now I'm going to turn it round. Let's get my bottom plate back, turn it round, and try and find, oh, that's in. I can feel that those little teeth are in the previous holes, and the gap at that end is just about the same as it was this end, so it should look fine. So I'll just cut that little bit out. So pop it in the other way around and just cut the end. Come back again. So there I've used a pennant die for a straight sentiment. See if I can get this tape off again. There we go. So there it is. Oh, it's quite nice, isn't it? So where are we going to put this? Do a little bit of fiddling around, trying to see where we like it. Let me put this piece down first. Okay. That's just going to go there. So that bit needs a bit of foam tape on. This is going to be stuck. Right. Foam tape. And glue. Actually, I can use... No, I'll use glue. I was going to say I could use my tape runner for that too. I could actually, but I will use glue. I tend to use my tape runner more than a lot of crafters. A lot of people seem to use glue for everything. I don't always use the wet glue. This is going strategically because I don't know if you can see that. I can see a tiny, tiny mark there. So that's going to be covering. I've put too much tape on this. It needs to go to about there. This is what it's like if you don't put the glue stick on. Can you see? Sticks like anything, like Billy-O. Just put too much of that on. It's too high, isn't it? Well, I've been messing about. I didn't like the position of this. I've moved it down just a little bit. I managed to move it down just a little. And there was a big gap there. Do you see? Didn't like it so much. Don't think I like it. Do I like it? I don't want to take away from the flower. No, I think it'll be all right without. Better to have 3 than 4 anyway, isn't it really? So I'll put a little bit of glue, of foam tape down the sides of these and stick them on, and then I'll stick the flower on. Okay. That's going to go there. This is going to go on the other side. That's going to go kind of there. Okay, let's put some glue on this. That'll do for that. So we finally got there, a finished card. Have a wonderful day, it says, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing and giving a thumbs up, and I'll come back and see you very soon.